Alright, what's up people? So, I was wanting to do a quick pickups video for some things I've got today. We'll stop with what I stopped by the store today to get. I went in to get the new Paramore album at Best Buy. And while I was there to pick up the new Paramore album, I also said, screw it, I'll just get the new at the drive-in. So I got the new at the drive-in as well. This came out last week. This came out today. And I'm a little nervous about the Paramore album. I haven't heard anything off this yet. I avoided the songs they dropped on Facebook a few weeks ago. But their previous record was so absolutely phenomenal. Like, it's album of the decade status. I mean, not even album of the year, like album of the decade status, their last record. So I'm a little bit antsy if this will measure up, because I don't understand what their problem is. And they've lost their bass player. Was it? Yeah, they lost their bass player before the making of this album. So they were down to a 2-piece. There were a 5-piece on, was it Brave New World or whatever that, 2 records ago, whatever. Anyway, there were a 5-piece on 2 records ago. Then 2 of the guys left, the drummer and the guitarist. And so basically they had a guitarist, the lead singer, and a bassist left. And they did the self-titled album that way, and they hired some studio help to fill in the gaps. And then that was, I can't remember what the details were on that. It was just basically drama, pretty much. And then there was a dispute over paying out of royalties. Like, the bass player felt like he wasn't making enough money. And so then he leaves the band here a while back, and so then they were down to a 2-piece. So then the previous drummer who quit over the drama, he came back. So now it's lead singer, guitarist, and drummer, and whatever. So it'll be interesting to see how this pans out compared to that one, because this is basically a different lineup than the other one. So that's usually how it goes, you know. Like, when Norma Jean's Wrongdoers came out, that was such a phenomenal record. And they said they're going back to the same studio using the same producer to do Polar Similar, or whatever the name of the new one was. I think that was it. And so I was really stoked. I was like, yes, it's going to be Wrongdoers Part 2. And then I get it and come to find out that Chris Day, he left the band. And so they got a new guitarist, and it just wasn't the same thing. I was so perturbed. But at any rate, we'll move on. So now some crap I got in the mail. So here we go. We got the Madonna. What's this? The complete studio albums 1983 to 2008. So basically, it's her entire discography up to 2008. I got this for $24, Amazon Prime. So that's pretty exciting, I guess, to get that many records for that cheap. So I was like, well, that's pretty cool. So I just went ahead and got that. Now, the thing about me is, some of you may not notice, but I'm a huge sucker for pop music. I have the entire Britney Spears discography. I have the entire Christina Aguilera discography. I have some NSYNC albums. I don't know about the entire NSYNC discography. I have some Backstreet Boys, Kelly Osbourne, Kelly Clarkson, so on and so forth. I just really like pop music. Not so much because of I like the singer, but more or less I like the musicianship that's displayed on the album. So I more or less buy the records because pretty much the producer than anything else. So anyway, so we got the Madonna discography up to 2008. The reason I got that was I was in the car and I started listening to Confessions of a Dance Floor. Now, I have her album Music, which came out in 2000, I can't remember. When I started getting into Britney Spears in high school, I picked up that album because that was the current Madonna album. It had some decent songs, but it didn't really catch me. Confessions of a Dance Floor, it had some decent songs, but it didn't really catch me either. But I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna give her the full, chance. So I picked up the box set, $25, couldn't go wrong. I decided while I was at it, I go ahead and pick up Rebel Heart. So I got that, which on the cover of this album, she looks a lot like how she did in Dick Tracy. That's interesting. And then I also went and picked up MDNA. So between these three, I now have the entire Madonna discography now. Studio albums, anyway. I wasn't really interested in getting live albums and all that other crap. I just wanted to I was like, I'll give her a full chance. I just get the entire studio album discography and leave it at that. So, now that we've got that, I'll go ahead and open these up and kind of see what the inserts are like. Because to me, that's basically my favorite part of physical albums, is what all is on the inside. Okay, so At the Drive-In does have a booklet. That's cool. Lyrics are enclosed. That's cool. I thought it was kind of interesting that this album is on Rise Records. I was like, that's kind of cool. I can't remember what their other album was on. Was on Fueled by Ramen. I can't remember what record label that they released the other album on. Looks like about 45, 50 minutes. 45, probably about 45 minutes. Well, that's really cool because I really, really, really liked At the Drive-In. Back to 2001, the same time I was getting into Britney Spears and I got that Madonna record. One Arm Scissor hit the airwaves, and I remember my friend and I, one of our classes in high school we were library help, because why not? It was an easy A. And most of the time we would just sit in the library and watch MTV, and man, the video for that really captivated me. One Arm Scissor. They just remind me a lot of Frodis, and Frodis broke up in at the Millennium, December 31st, 1999. And so At the Drive-In picked up right where Frodis left off, and it was a really good album. Okay, let's see. What is in Paramore? I don't understand why I'm not using the MySpace CD opener. We got a MySpace CD opener from Warped Tour 10 years ago, and it really helps. Here's the secret of how you open CDs with the label. There you go. Boom. Done. Go ahead and put this over here. Okay. I have a collection of CD labels over there. Looks about 50 minutes as well. Let's see. We have lyrics enclosed. That's cool. That's cool. All tracks written by Hayley Williams and Taylor York. There you go. Yeah, vocals Hayley, guitar Taylor York, drums Zach Farrow. It says keyboards are Taylor York, Hayley Williams, Zach Farrow, so the keyboards are them. Bass guitar is the producer, so I guess the producer played the bass. So that's interesting. Well, I mean, it looks like pretty much the band is doing everything except for the bass. I mean, the vocals, guitar, keyboard, drums, percussion, bells, marimba is all done by the band. So that's really interesting. They're not doing studio help on this one except for the bass. The producer played the bass. Everything else is them. That's really interesting. Well, it may not be so bad. I don't know. I was expecting there to be a lot more studio help on this. Okay, well, this crazy thing. Now, I will say, for those of you who don't know, I probably never said on YouTube. I know I've said a few times on Facebook and Twitter. But I don't buy albums with parental advisory stickers on them. I think it's stupid that the label was made, number one. And number two, I think it's stupid that artists feel like they have to go so excessive with obscenities. And the whole thing's stupid. I miss in the 80s when you could just go to the record store, buy an album, and, you know, it's not, you know, 500 F words per minute. Those are the good old days. I was kind of perturbed after I got the shipment notice. I noticed in the email that it said that the box set had a parental advisory. Thankfully, it's just a sticker. It's not on the actual album artwork screwing it up. But I did a little research. I was like, well, why is it getting a parental advisory? Because I don't remember her older stuff being, you know, any offensive. So I got to see, and the parental advisory was for the album Erotica and for the album American Life. Looking at it with the album Erotica, it was the song Did You Do It? And basically there's some innuendos in that song. Nothing outright vulgar. She said something about sitting on faces and things like that, which to me is innuendo. And then on American Life, the song American Life got the label. And I was reading the lyrics on that, and it just has one obscenity. And I'm like, crap, I got, you know, Britney Spears albums with more profanity than that, and they didn't get a parental advisory. But usually if the album has a parental advisory, I just go to Walmart and buy it. So the album artwork isn't screwed up. So, yeah, thankfully it's a sticker, so it came right off. So I'm kind of thankful about that, because I was racking my head all day today, yesterday, if there was any way I could go about fixing that, like going in Photoshop and printing up a new cover or something like that. But anyway, so yeah, here's the box. Opens up like so. I thought it was kind of interesting. I read about this, so I was already aware. But all the albums come in cardboard sleeves, so it's almost like a record box set, if you will. I wish more bands would kind of do this, a particular approach, where it's in a cardboard sleeve, because I don't like the cardboard sleeves for an actual album. Like Cody and Cambry did that for Good Apollo 2. I can't remember what the name of the album was. But anyway, Cody and Cambry did that. It was stupid. But with the box set approach, it's pretty cool, because especially if they did it where it would have a bigger outside thing and a smaller inner sleeve, I think that'd be kind of cool. So, yeah, there's her self-titled album, says 1983. I didn't know it came out in 83. There's bonus tracks on this. I'm not a fan of bonus tracks on re-releases. I usually cut them off my iPod because I want it to be just the album. We got Like a Virgin here. Looks like there's also bonus tracks on that as well. True Blue. There's bonus tracks on that one as well. Like a Prayer. Looks like this is just straight up album. Okay, so no bonus tracks on that. Let's see. The Exotica, which it looks like there is a parental advisory on this. That's kind of erotica. That's kind of stupid. I don't understand why they got to do that. And especially, there's nothing on this stupid album. It's ridiculous. Oh well. Now we got Bedtime Stories. Got Ray of Light. Which I think I remember a couple songs off this one from just in passing. We got Music, which I had the actual album for this. So yeah, it's just kind of interesting to see it in the sleeve though. American Life, again, parental advisory for no apparent reason whatsoever. Confessions of a Dance Floor, and Hard Candy. There you go. Okay, so if I really, really like these, which again, as I said, the only Madonna albums I've heard was Music, which to me I give a high 6. Music was a great song. The other hit song on that album was good. I can't remember what the other hit was. What was it? Don't Tell Me. Music and Don't Tell Me were both pretty decent songs. But if the rest of these end up being decent, I may just buy the individual albums on Amazon. They're cheap, cheap, cheap. And then go ahead and get the edited version of American Life and Erotica. And I won't have that stupid sticker ruining the artwork. Wow, that album looks really short. And there's a divot on it as well. Hopefully that doesn't interfere with the playing, but whatever. Okay, picture, 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 picture. I think it's kind of interesting that she's actually my dad's age. She was born in 58. So yeah, it's really kind of interesting that yeah. So I'd make her what, 59 right now? 58 or 59, depending on when her birthday is specifically. And she's out whoring it around all over the stage. Oh well. Oh man, this one didn't have a sticker. Okay. So then the last one, Rebel Heart. Whoops. Oh man. Every single one of the little things on the center are broken. That blows. Hate that. Yeah, this is her most recent album. It came out in, what, 2015, I think? Alright, so, there you go. So, yeah, there's all my pickups for today. So I went ahead and bit the bullet, got the entire Madonna discography, picked up the new Paramore album, picked up the new At the Drive-In album. So, yeah, there's that. And all this, every bit of it, set me back, I think, about $40 total. So, 16 CDs for $40. Can't go wrong with that, folks. That's a dang good deal. But, yeah, so thanks for watching and peace out.